r/AskReddit. What's normal during the day but creepy as duck at night? If you hear a swing set at night, I don't know why, but that creeps me out, especially if there is nobody out. In my hometown we had a woman pushing her dead toddler in a swing alone in a park during the middle of the night. Creepy but sad af. She had some kind of mental break, I believe. The toddler was alive when she started swinging him hours before and died of dehydration and hypothermia. That makes swing sets even more creepy to me. Cornfields, seriously. I saw children of the corn at a younger age than I should have because my parents didn't care. I can't stand them in the daytime, night, anxiety attack. Hearing your letterbox on your door have something inserted into it. Definitely not the mailman. That's for sure. Not any less creepy if it is the mailman. A small child's laughter. We heard our 2-year-old belly laughing on the monitor at 3 AM one time, and I swear it was the creepiest thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, is it ever not creepy when a baby belly laughs on its own in daytime? It can get creepy. I usually chalk it up to something the sibling did. But at night in his own room, duck no. There's something about flying a kite at night that's so unwholesome. Flew a kite while lightly tripping on acid at a deserted beach and island under a cloudless full moon. It's one of my most precious memories. Digging holes. My neighbor dug all his tile drains in the middle of the night because it was a really hot summer, and during the day it was really windy and the dust from the backhoe was blowing all over his house. He would go out and dig at night because the wind would die down. Still looked suspicious as duck though. My Alexa randomly saying I'm sorry, I do not understand. Goat blood has been added to your shopping list. As a man, walking behind a woman. Creepy for her. Awkward for me cause I don't want her to think that I'm gonna do something bad to her. One time when I was in college I borrowed a textbook from a friend. She lived in a confusing apartment complex that had access to all the apartments along the front of the building through different staircases. I was standing in the parking lot assessing my approach, and just when I figured out how to get to her door to drop off the textbook, her roommate walked into the parking lot and headed toward their apartment. I ended up following her up the convoluted route of stairs directly to her door. She was fiddling with her keys, visibly terrified and trying to get into the apartment when I asked, "Hey, can you give this textbook to Leah?" That was the most scared, and then relieved, I have ever seen a woman, and I feel terrible about it to this day. The basement. Isn't that always scary though? Garages creep me TF out at night. Brain's half dead and I read that as grapes. When my cat stares at random way and then starts suspiciously moaning. I was woken up at night by my cat next to my bed and hissing at the corner of the room. Safe to say I was pretty ducking spooked. This happened to me once, except it was my dog barking at my open closet with her hackles raised at 3 o'clock in the morning. Scared the crap out of me. I woke my boyfriend up to check what it was, and when he turned on the lights she stopped barking. Didn't sleep all that night after that, lol. Someone knocking at your door. My brother-in-law once had a cop knock on his door at 3 AM. He opened it and asked immediately who died. The cop was shocked and just wanted to let him know that his neighbor had seen someone steal the flag off his flagpole, but the culprit was long gone. The cop didn't seem to understand why my bill would have preferred he'd waited until the morning to share that news. Schools are too ducking eerie at night. Username checks out. The sea. Oof, I actually got chills at the thought. Hearing Goofy say hi while you're peacefully sleeping. I'll duck and do it again. Corridors with no natural light sources in big houses. Or in a school. Like when it's winter and you get out of detention at 5 PM so it's dark outside and the school is empty. Looking out the window. Yup, IDKY I do it, and I always hope I don't see someone staring into it. Like that shot on Halloween with Michael staring from the outside near the clotheslines. Hate IT. Jackets hanging over chairs. Whistling. Mirrors. I hate rooms with big mirror closet right next to bed. The ocean. During the day it's bright blue endless adventure. At night it's murky black depth that consumes all. I'm kinda a burly dude, so basically anything I do at night makes people uncomfortable. It might be a combination of the pole dancing, the sequins, and being in the senator's bedroom without them knowing. Going down the stairs when everyone is asleep. I live up the hill from a public park. During the day, it's normal and pleasant to hear kids playing, but when I hear voices and the squeak of swings in the middle of the night, it gives me chills. People wearing sunglasses. There's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark out, and we're wearing sunglasses. Taking the trash out. Beware of the hash-slinging slasher. Sitting on my deck with no lights on, smoking a cigarette. I scared the shit out of my neighbor one night when she went to check her mail, which in itself is creepy. Having a door salesman at your door. An ice cream truck driving slowly through your neighborhood with the music on. Hiking without flashlights. A couple friends and I went on a night hike in some local hills. Creepiest experience ever. If the ghost stories and satanic cult legends weren't enough, you had a constant threat of mountain lions with nothing but moonlight to light your way. But why? Why would you ever do that? I'll understand a bit if there weren't mountain lions. But if there are, why on earth would you do that? Children laughing. Swimming in a lake or other natural body of water. A chainsaw. Strong winds on the window pane. Open cupboard. Parades. Graveyards. A porcelain doll. The bathroom door creaking open in the middle of the night. Been happening ever since I got a Ouija board for Christmas in 2018. I used it and now every night there's footsteps to my room. Then they stop for a second, then they go to the bathroom that's 6 feet from my door, then I hear the door open and close, but when I get up no one's in there and the door's still open. Dude, eat that Ouija board PLS. My chair where all of my laundry sits because I'm too lazy to put it away. Once, my sleep deprivation induced hallucinations had me convinced that the laundry pile on my couch was some sort of demon. I swear it was moving. Hiking. Walking through the wilderness at night is basically a found footage horror movie if you have a light, but is somehow still even worse if you don't. Being alone in an empty house. A Furby, like, their eyes glow and scare the shit out of me. Now those things are creepy during the day too. Rustling leaves. Going up a flight of stairs in your house. Yeah, I feel like a hand will grab the back of my foot, or sometimes I wait for someone to scream very loud right behind me. I'm very afraid of the night and my thoughts haunt me. Hospitals. Not bad enough that it's where people go to die. Whenever I go there at night, I feel like I'm going to be dissected until the 2 hours in the waiting room kick in. Singing children. Maybe not so normal during the day but creepy ASF at night nevertheless. A ringing doorbell, but it freaks me out during the day, too, because I hate unannounced visitors. Gardening. I don't know about anyone else but I wouldn't want to look outside at 2 AM and see Susan planting tulips. Walking outside alone. When I go outside at night I'm usually with people. I would always hear horror stories about walking outside alone at night, so that's why I never do it. Going for a walk or run, especially if you're in a hoodie or just generally dark clothing. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.